Hello, welcome to Lit Bricks. My name is Mike, and today we are going to be lighting up Ninjago City Workshops. This is a gigantic set. It is part of the Ninjago City Giant Modulars. There's four other ones, I think. Anyway, I got them all over there. They're all lit up. This is the last one I have to light up. It's an awesome set, lots of cool details. I actually haven't really had a chance to kind of play with this thing because we built it and stuck it in the city, and I've been busy. I haven't really touched it. So it'd be fun for me to go back through this and look at all the cool details inside. I'll take you with me and show you what's involved in this set. And of course, I will be using a Light My Bricks kit. The new stuff, not going to call it 2.0 anymore because the other stuff is obsolete. So it is what it is. This stuff is awesome and great. The new stuff is great. So can't wait to see how many lights are going to be on this thing because I bet it's going to be epic because this light kit wasn't cheap. So let me show you what's in the box.
All right, let's see what is in bag one. How many bags are there? Ooh, 5 bags. It's actually quite a bit, so this is probably going to take a while, I would imagine. So bag one, what do we get? We got, I don't even know what this is. Something awesome. Ooh, a 15 centimeter, don't know. I don't know what that's going to do. It's going to probably be a different color. I'm not sure. I haven't actually looked up or figured out what the codes are on these lights. So, like, I can show you. Is there a belt in here? Of course, there's not a belt in here. That's hilarious. So I do know that WW is warm white, and I believe the AR is Astro something. This is a warm white 30, but this is actually a string light. Oh, that's cool. Never seen one of those. Large light, that I don't know what it is. Astro Large. Okay, so AR is Astro Regular, AL is Astro Large, and CW30 is, I'm not sure. I guess I'll see when I turn it on and see what color it is. But anyway, we know it's 30 centimeter. And we got an FR30. I really want to figure these out. I'm going to today. I could just look at the instructions and they'll tell me what they are, so maybe I'll just do that. Anyway, there's the first bag. And let's see where the first light goes. Okay, Ninjago City Workshops. I took off the mech so you can see this better, but there's on a little slidey platform that you twist to get them out into the ocean. This is a cool workshop with a very cool door that doesn't do the best job of doing what it's supposed to do. But that's fine. And the other cool thing about this set is it's not technically modular. It is in the sense that you can connect it to other things, but it's not because these floors don't come apart. Just the backside stuff does. So they had little finger holes on all these, so you can get inside here, which I think is kind of cool. It's a different way of making one of these, but every one of these has its own little floor. I don't know, metal dude cutting hair. It's pretty cool. Now, I'm not exactly sure if this is going to make this easier or harder to light, but I think it's pretty neat. This looks like a shop where you buy little mini mechs. I don't know. It is pretty cool, though. This is one of the lesser pieces counts of the Ninjago City sets. This one actually isn't that big as far as part count. So let's see where the first light goes. Okay, so this is a little strange. Here's some parts I've never seen before because I had to open up bag 5 to do these first steps, and they don't tell you that, which is actually kind of strange because they normally will tell you what bag to open first, and this one they didn't. And I find it strange that the first parts are in bag 5, but whatever. I mean, they're here, so it's not like it's not like I'm missing anything. But it looks like we got some crazy stuff going on here. A dock, a 15 centimeter belt. Fat kitty, what you doing, buddy? Hey, buddy. All right, so let's put this thing on. I don't know what this is going to do, but it's really cool, actually. And there's a Light My Bricks brand on the back of this. That's cool. There's a little cap that goes over it. Interesting. All right, cool. Just thought I'd point that out. You start with bag 5 on this one, apparently. All right, cool. So this is going to be the spotlight for the mech. So that's actually awesome. I can't wait to see what that light looks like coming through that opaque lens there. I bet you that's going to look awesome shining up on that mech. So that's cool. It's probably why we had to take all these out. Anyway, this is what you had to take apart. So technically, I guess it does actually still come apart like a modular, kind of. It's not meant to do that, but you can do it. I guess it's kind of meant to do that, but the way it's set up, you don't have to. So either way, we've taken a lot apart, and this is the first light. This is an ARB30, and I think that's Astrolight regular blue. So this is a blue light, and it makes sense because it's going on the bottom of this little doohickey. I believe it's going to light up the water, so the water will have a blue glow to it, and it looks like I'm probably putting 2 of these on, one on either side of this thing. So that'll look pretty good. Okay, so this is pretty cool. All the wires are underneath the water here, and they've made it so you can still use the sled here, which is pretty cool. I appreciate that. I'm glad. I wasn't sure, so you might see some wires poking out there, but it's nothing. No big deal. At least this is still functional, which is the point. So that's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Check that out. So there's the 3-port dock right there. It replaces this piece. So everything's going to be hidden underneath this floor here. And there's a 15 centimeter belt coming out to connect more docks. So bag 5 is technically the first bag of the set, just so you know. Lesson learned. And I believe we're probably going to be on to bag 1 now after this. So, but yeah, this is pretty good. I like it. Now this, technically, I think I could make, you know what, I think I have this pinched in the wrong spot. I need to fix that. It needs to go up 1 brick. Yep. Okay, I gotta fix that. So I guess I should read the instructions, and, well, I guess it doesn't help because they never told me to use bag 5 first, number 1, and now I'm on to bag 4, which is funny. So let's see what's in bag 4. I guess we're just working backwards here, but they didn't tell me to start with bag 5, which is kind of strange. Unless they did and I just wasn't paying attention. Either way, starting to learn what these are. Large, I don't know what that is. Here's a 15 centimeter belt. We got some more docks, 3-port docks, some cool lens pieces for some spotlighting, I'm assuming. Bunch of lights. Warm white, warm white. I think that's, I don't know what that means. LG. What's LG? I don't know. I'll learn when I turn these on, I guess. Either way, bunch of lights in this bag. Holy cow. So let's see where they go. Alright, so we made some lights. There's one in there now. You can't see it, but it's, well, maybe you can. Nope. Wrong button, Mike. That light in there is lit up. And now the one outside here that going in the hole here is lit up. And the wires are being run into this little workshop. And if you ever have an issue with these things not sitting flat, the wire or the light inside, just poke a tweezer through the top to push the light down so it sits flat. Alright, so we got a big floodlight underneath the workbench. There's a little workbench in here that the part of the mech's armor was sitting on. Now I'm not exactly sure why we're lighting up underneath this little table, but we are, so there it is. There's light number, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is light number 6? 5. This is light number 5. Okay, so we added a light here. There's the, this is the cable from down here that's going to run power up top, I think. And there's a light in this cool fan now as well. That ought to look pretty cool. So, I don't know where we're going from here, but we'll find out in a minute. This is something else you couldn't do with the old wires, is put them through the hole in the brick, run them at the bottom of the brick, and then still put the post for this black piece in here and not have anything break. It's awesome. There's a warm white light inside this little doodad here, and the wires running through the brick. Awesome. Added a spotlight. Actually, this light was here, but the Lightmer Bricks provided the little lens piece that they make now, which actually makes a big difference, I gotta say, when you turn these lights on. It makes the light pattern shine a lot better than just having the light there, and it looks more realistic. Okay, so we got the dock in place, and it is, I don't know if you can see it or not, it's right there, underneath the door. Everything's plugged in, everything looks nice. We got the spotlight, we got our cord from the bottom coming up to connect. Looks pretty good. You're not going to see any of that stuff, so I like it. This door is so finicky. Be careful with it if you have this set. I already broke it once right when I tried to open it, and it took me an hour to fix it. Not an hour, but it took me a while to fix it. So, all right, last light of this bag, and I believe it's just to light up this little alleyway here. Wires are all run up this way, and now we're on to bag 3. Which is funny, because yes, we are literally working backwards now. Hilarious. Alright, cool. Well, let's see what's in bag 3. Alright, bag 3. It is all kinds of goodies. Okay, so we got Astrolight Blue, I believe. I'm pretty right about that. 50 centimeter belt. A regular Astrolight Red. Ooh, regular Astrolight... or Astrolight regular, I guess I should say. Warm white, 30 centimeter belt, power supply, some bits and pieces, a 6-port dock, a large flicker light. Woohoo! Flicker! Yay! My favorite. Cool. Let's see what we put on next. All right, so we took off the floor to this piece here, which actually I think goes over this, and we have a warm white and a red light in here, and I believe they're going to be shining over whatever is in here, so all look pretty cool. I don't know, there's a lot of lights here, that's for sure. So let's keep going. So our large flicker light is going up here. I'm assuming this is going to like simulate, because this is kind of like a forge where they're forging the mech parts, and I'm assuming that's supposed to simulate that. Either way, we got all these wires now. I believe they're going to be just run up in here. So this is probably going to go back on top of there. And all these wires are going to be inside here somewhere. I'm assuming. All right, so we got the floor back on. All the wires are hidden. The forged light wire is wrapped around this brick here. The 50 centimeter belt that's going to be supplying power is here. And the 6-port dock is actually right there. And the trick was to plug all the lights in while holding the dock in this little square area. And I gotta say, it was fairly tedious. And I haven't said that in a while about a light kit because they've been pretty easy. But this is a tight space, and one of the wires is just long enough, so it's what you have to work with. But everything is tucked away here. It looks great. And this piece, this is part of the mech. This actually goes back here and kind of covers up all that stuff, so you don't see any of it. That couldn't have been any better if I planned it myself. Oh, that's so funny. Anyway, so this goes here, and it covers up stuff. So, we're on to bag 2. Let's see what's in bag 2. Bag 2 is, since we're working backwards now, oh boy, there's lots of stuff in here. Okay, so we got a 6-port dock, 3-port dock, some lens and a lens, well, 2 lenses, looks like for some spotlighting, which is awesome. We have a Astro regular warm white 15, Astro warm white 15, Astro, this is supposed to be, oh, red, I'm an idiot, red, red light, ooh, a 5 centimeter belt, haven't seen many of these yet. And we also got, I think these are like clear white. I don't want to say clear white, but not warm white. The other white. I think that's what these are. I think we'll find out. Looks like we have a pink one. That's cool. Oh, looks like we got 2 pink ones. I guess they could be purple too, but I think they're pink. And a 50 centimeter belt. So that's bag 2 and assorted parts for whatever we're going to need. Spotlighting stuff, I'd imagine. So let's get on with it. All right, the first thing we had to do for the second floor was remove everything. I know this. I said this wasn't modular, and it's not, but you can take the stuff apart like it is. So this is all taken apart now, and Light My Bricks wants you to replace this piece. I think it was this piece with this piece. And we're putting it right underneath here. I don't know why, but we'll find out. So this looks like everything you have to take apart for the second floor. And I did find out where the pink lights went. They are pink, and they go there. See that pink light? All right, let's see what we got going on here. Okay, first light is a spotlight, which has already been made up here by me, and it is I want to say that CW is clear white. I don't know why I think that. We'll find out when I plug it in. But it's going to light up this sign here with this cool guy. And there's going to be 2 of them, so I got to do another one. All right, kids, little life lesson for you. This is what happens when you assume. I didn't need 2 of these lights. I needed 1 to spotlight the sign. And the other one's a red one to spotlight the red dude. So, and reading is fundamental, and it's always good to read things twice, kids, so that you know you're doing it right. Because I put the 30 centimeter clear white in here and then realized I was wrong. So, problem solved. Red light's shining on this guy, and light white. Oh, I can't even talk. A white light is shining on the sign. I'll get better at this, I swear. I know I've only made 150 videos, but it is what it is. All right, here is our pink light, and you would not believe what I had to do to even get to this light. But either way, it's pretty simple to put back together, so it's fine. But pink light, and it is run through the stud, through the hole where this gold thing is poked through. And this is something I would have never, ever, ever, ever done with old wires. So after lighting up hundreds of things, you realize how awesome these new 2.0 Light My Bricks lights are. This ribbon cable is the best. Now, I will say it's a little tedious when trying to bundle up wires. It's not as easy in that aspect because they're springy compared to regular wires. But the fact they can fit in between these plates flat and can fit through holes with pokies in there as well and not break, it's remarkable. It's got to be one of the best invention in the world. Well, it is for somebody who lights all their Lego. So, kudos, Light My Bricks, great job. Pink light, 1 done. Got another one to do. Probably won't show you because this video is going to be long enough already, but here's the second one. So, I'll show you once I got them all on where the wires go. All right, now we are lighting up the sign that's outside of this building. So after the pink lights, which are all here now, and ran fairly neatly, this sign is going to get lit up. So it's going to get backlit. So here's some warm whites, 15 centimeter Astro warm white lights. And this ought to look pretty cool. So this is actually the last 2 lights in this bag. So I have a couple belts and some docks to put on. And then we're on the last bag already. So let's finish this thing up. All right. So we finally got this all sorted out. The pink lights are ran. The roof lights are ran to light up the sign. There is a 6-port board in here and a 3-port board down there in that mess. I gotta say, this was very tedious. But then we have a 50 centimeter belt coming out to run to the other building, and then we're on the last bag. So this was kind of a pain. And there's still pieces that go up here to hide these wires. They just haven't told me to put them back on yet. So I'd imagine you won't see any of that stuff. And this floor is going to be covered with the thing that slides in here. So these sets actually I showed you at the beginning, they slide in and out. So this will all be covered up. And it ought to look pretty awesome. So let's move on to this. And again, this 50 centimeter that I have to run to the other building, this belt, since it's flat, it's underneath all these pieces and none of them are bulged up like they would be with a regular wire. So that is pretty awesome. And now it's going to run up through the staircase and into this building for whatever we light next. All right, let's see what's in the last bag here. Since I've already opened it and you've already seen it. So I guess this is kind of pointless. So it looks like we got some more docks. There we go. Okay, what do we got here? We got a 6-port dock. We got a red light cover, probably for a red light. Ooh, this has a circuit board on it. So this is going to change from red to blue, which is R2B on here. Ha! I know you can't see that. R2B, 15 centimeters. So that's a red to blue. We have a large clear white. I'm going to call this, what was the other white? I can't remember. There was warm white and there was, can't remember the other white. Anyway, a large one. Let's see. I don't know. Oh, light blue. Light blue. And what is this? Ooh, I don't know what that is. What is this? Oh gosh. All right. We have a string light here. I have no idea what that's going to be for. That's cool. Another warm white 15. Some assorted pieces to do things with. I don't know what this is. So we got light blue, but what is FR? Ooh, I don't know. Flicker in red? Ooh, I don't know. I guess we'll find out. Okay, second floor stuff. What you have to take apart is a lot. You have to take apart basically the whole top floor, all the lights inside, the little sign on the dude, which I just ripped apart, which awesome. The crane needs to come off. A lot of stuff. So be prepared. You're taking apart a lot of stuff. But I think we're going to light this with some cool lights, so that ought to look awesome. Okay, we got the red to blue light and a warm white light to light up whatever this is down here. I thought it was a toy store because there's like a little mech inside of it and stuff, but I don't know. Either way, we got some lights for the ceiling to shine down on whatever's going on in here. Okay, that string light that I have used before, I think these are going to be flashing in sequence, which is awesome. There's one underneath each one of these, and I believe it's just going to go around the front. So there might be one or two underneath here, and then one or two over here. But again, you would not be able to do this with the other wires. I don't know how many times I'm going to say that. I guess it's because I'm probably, I don't know. I did so many of the old ones that this new stuff is just amazing to me. So, oh yeah, I can't wait to see what this looks like lit up. But the string light is going in here. It's going to be the signage for whatever shop this is. I don't know. I have to look it up. So yeah, let's get this thing on here. But it is pretty awesome, I gotta say. All right, light blue light is in the sign now, and the belt or the cable is underneath this piece that holds the crane. Everything here is buttoned up now. We got some. These are part of the string lights. So I don't know if these string lights are actually going to flash because these were kind of supposed to light up the front of the building, but maybe they'll flash too. I don't know. I guess we'll find out. Anyway, this part is done. And we only have 2 lights left, so we're close. And we got to put this dock in somewhere as well. Okay, so we successfully attached the roof and all of its awesome lights. I don't know what they look like yet. Put the crane back on. All the wires are here. There is a new light on top of the crane because every Ninjago City set seems like it needs a blinking red light on top. I'm assuming for airplanes. But either way, we got one last thing to do, which is hook up this 6-port board. It's going to go in here somewhere, and then we're done. So let's get that finished and see what this looks like. All right, there's our last board. It's connected to this actual piece here facing down, which hides the wires very well, I gotta say. This new 2.0 stuff is just awesome. Surprises me every time I use it. I don't know why, because I've used a bunch of it by now, but it's so much better than the old stuff. All right, let's put all the little things back in here and see what this thing looks like. All right, there she is, all done. Let's see what it looks like in the dark. Alexa, turn off ceiling lights.
Okay.
Oh boy, holy cow. Boy, there is a lot going on here, isn't there? The spotlight on the mech is cool. Wow. Check that out. That's cool. I thought those would flash. They don't. I like it that they don't, actually. Pretty awesome. The spotlight for the little guy up here is cool. That's awesome. Look at this red guy. He's cool. Pink lights are awesome. You can see inside there. This little green light down here is cool. Oh, look at that. Signs lit up. That's sweet. The spotlight on the mech is awesome, I gotta say. And this still moves. Everything here still moves. You can still move this in and out. You can see the forge like flickering. It flickers down here too. Let's go around back. Look at that. It's pretty cool. The forge. There's a restaurant down there. And of course, you know, all these still pop off. There's a light inside this one. Oh, I didn't realize that light flickered too. Oh, cool. There's the light for that fan. Awesome. This looks epic, I gotta say. That looks crazy. It's gonna look even more crazy next to all the other Ninjago stuff that's already lit up. So let's get it over there and see what this looks like. I love it. Okay, let's see what she looks like. Alexa, turn off ceiling lights. Alexa, turn on basement lights. Jeez Louise. All right. Wow. That looks pretty cool. With all the other Ninjago stuff all lit up. Alexa, turn off ceiling lights. One was not listening to me. I have one that's connected to basement lights too, so I can have it on over the table with all the other lights off, but sometimes it makes it weird. Anyway, this looks good. Wow. She is bright. I have her plugged into a separate outlet all on her own because I wasn't sure if it would dim the rest of the city, because I think I have all the rest of the city on one plug. But it does look pretty awesome. Got all of Ninjago. We go around the pole here. Yep, there's all of Ninjago. So far there's like what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these sets. City, docks, gardens, markets, and workshops. That's nuts, actually. These are looking a little dim. I need to find a new power source. I need to switch over to all USB-C is what I need to do. And I just haven't done it yet. Because they still look alright, so. Either way, this looks epic. And, awesome. Good job, Lumber Bricks. And let's finish this video up. Well, if you enjoyed this little video, give it a like. That'd be great. Subscribe. I'd appreciate it. And until next time, folks, have a great day.